Hi guys, this is Mukesh Singh from Woodbine Modern School Darbhanga, and in today's video I am going to discuss the essay written by William Douglas whose name is Deep Water. So William Douglas, now let's start. 1898 to but 19... before going through the essay or excerpt, was born in Maine. I would like to Minnesota. After graduating with a Bachelor's of Arts in English and Economics, he spent 2 years teaching high school in Yakima. However, he got tired of this and decided to pursue a legal career. He met Franklin D. Roosevelt at Yale and became an advisor and friend to the president. Douglas was a leading advocate of individual rights. He retired in 1975 with a term lasting 36 years and remains the longest serving justice in the history of the court. The following excerpt is taken from Of Men and Mountains by William O. Douglas. It reveals how, as a young boy, William Douglas nearly drowned in a swimming pool. In this essay, he talks about his fear of water and thereafter how he finally overcame it. Notice how the autobiographical part of the selection is used to support his discussion of fear. Now, before going through the chapter line by line, let's discuss the theme of this excerpt. Deepwater is an autobiographical account of William Douglas. In this essay, Douglas deals with the theme of fear of water, deep rooted in his heart since his childhood, and how he finally overcame it with his determination, devotion, dedication, and labor. This excerpt is an example of where there is a will, there is a way. The writer has dealt with a psychological analysis of fear and his steps taken to overcome it. Let's go through the story line by line. It had happened when I was 10 or 11 years old. The writer William Douglas says, the writer as well as the narrator, William Douglas says कि it had happened when I was 10 or 11 years old, कि यह सब तब हुआ था जब मैं 10 या 11 साल का था. I had decided to learn to swim. And the narrator says that he had decided to learn to swim. उन्होंने decide कर चुका था swimming सीखने का. There was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima. Yakima is the name of a river. So, there was a pool at the YMCA swimming pool. YMCA Young Men's Club Association. So, there was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima that offered exactly the opportunity. So, the writer got an opportunity to learn swimming in a pool at the YMCA in Yakima. The Yakima River was treacherous. Here, treacherous means dangerous. So, the Yakima River was treacherous. Mother continually warned against it and kept fresh in my mind the details of each drowning in the river. The writer says that the Yakima River was treacherous. Yakima River जो है वो dangerous था, खतरनाक था. And the mother of the narrator or writer William Douglas continually warned against it. और राइटर की माँ लगातार हमेशा उनको वार्न करती थी, आगाह करती थी, सचेत करती थी. And kept fresh in my mind, it means and she would keep it fresh in the mind of the narrator or writer William Douglas the details of each drowning in the river. और प्रत्येक डूबने वाले व्यक्ति के बारे में द राइटर और या नरेटर की माँ उनको हमेशा बताते रहती थी और इस तरह से उन्हें अलर्ट किया करती थी याकिमा रिवर के बारे में कि याकिमा रिवर वॉज treacherous, dangerous. But the YMCA pool was safe. But the YMCA swimming pool was safe. लेकिन YMCA swimming pool जो था वह सुरक्षित था. किस लिए? To learn swimming. It was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end. Shallow is the opposite of deep. याकिमा जो YMCA स्विमिंग पूल था, it was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end, that is on the end that is not deep. Okay, and everyone knew that. और हर एक व्यक्ति, हर एक आदमी यह जानते थे क्या कि it was that YMCA swimming pool was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end, कि यह केवल 2 या 3 फीट गहरा है छिछले एंड पे, and while it was 9 feet deep at the other, and it was 9 feet deep at the other end, that is at the deep end. The drop was gradual. The drop was gradual means, the drop means here the depth, गहराई was gradual. It means the depth increased gradually, और गहराई जो था धीरे धीरे बढ़ते जाता था, as we go from the shallow end towards the deep end, and everyone knew that. और हर एक व्यक्ति ये इस बात को जानता था कि जैसे जैसे हम लोग शैलो एंड से डीप एंड की तरफ बढ़ेंगे तो गहराई बढ़ते जाएगा, क्योंकि शैलो एंड पे गहराई 2 या 3 फीट ही गहरा था और डीप एंड पे वह 9 फीट गहरा था. So it was safe because the drop was gradual. I got a pair of water wings and went to the pool. Then the writer says that he got a pair of water wings. So he took a pair of water wings. Water wings are the inflated wings that are used by the beginners. It means who are the beginners who learn to swim. And these water wings help them in learning swimming, so that they may not be able to be drowned, ताकि वे लोग डूबे नहीं उसमें. तो inflated हवा भरा हुआ होता है वह. So he took a pair of water wings and went to the pool, और वह pool के पास चलेगा. I hated to walk naked into it, and the writer William Douglas, he hated, it means he didn't like, he disliked to walk naked into it, और उस पूल में वह नंगे जाना नहीं चाहते थे. And show my skinny legs. Skinny means lean and thin, दुबला पतला. Why? So why didn't he want to go to the swimming pool naked? Because he didn't want to show his skinny legs, क्योंकि अपना दुबला पतला पैर वो दिखाना नहीं चाहते थे, उन्हें शर्म आती थी. But I subdued my pride and did it. But the writer subdued his pride. He subdued means suppressed, लेकिन अपने इस pride को, इस अहम को, कि नहीं, इस अहंकार को कि मैं नहीं जाऊंगा नंगे स्विमिंग पूल में, he subdued it, he suppressed it, उसको वो दबाए, and did it. It means and he went into the pool. From the beginning, that is from the very beginning, शुरुआत से ही, however, I had an aversion to water. Aversion means dislike, hatred. The writer says that from the very beginning he had an aversion to the water when I was in it, when he was in it, that is in water. And here he narrates an incident that since when he had an aversion to water. This started when I was 3 or 4 years old, and father took me to the beach in California. And he says that this aversion to water started, and he began to dislike water when he was 3 or 4 years old, and his father took him to the beach in California. यानी पानी से उनको घृणा, वो कहते हैं कि पानी से उन्हें घृणा तब से होने लगी जब वह 3 या 4 साल के थे, और जब उनके फादर उन्हें कैलिफोर्निया के सी बीच पे ले गए थे. He and I stood together in the surf. Surf means wave, that is sea waves. और वह कह रहे हैं कि he and I, it means his father and the writer, they stood together in the waves, that is in the surf. वे लोग खड़े थे लहरों के बीच. I hung on to him, and the writer was hanging on to him, यानी वह लटके हुए थे अपने फादर को पकड़ के, जनरली जैसे बच्चे करते हैं, पकड़े रहते हैं. Yet the waves knocked me down. He says that although he was hanging on to his father, वो कस के पकड़ के लटके हुए थे अपने फादर से, येट फिर भी द वेव्स नॉक्ड हिम डाउन, यानी द वेव्स वेर सो फोर्सफुल दैट दे नॉक्ड हिम डाउन, कि उनको हिट करके नीचे गिरा दिए। एंड स्वेप्ट ओवर मी एंड द वेव्स पास्ड ओवर हिम, और उनके ऊपर से स्वीप करते हुए वेव्स यानी सी के वेव्स जो है वह चले गए। आई वॉज बरीड इन वाटर एंड द नरेटर और राइटर विलियम डगलस, ही वॉज बरीड इन वाटर, वो जैसे धंस गया हो पानी में, यानी पानी के नीचे थे, बिकॉज द वेव्स स्वेप्ट ओवर हिम, स्वीप करते हुए उनके ऊपर से चले गए और वो तो नीचे गिर गए थे। माई ब्रेथ वॉज गॉन, मेरा ब्रेथ चला गया था। इट मीन्स ही फेल्ट एज इफ हिज ब्रेथ वॉज गॉन। आई वॉज फ्राइटेंड, और मैं बहुत डर गया था, डरा हुआ था। फादर लाफ्ड, लेकिन मेरे फादर हंस रहे थे। बट देर वॉज टेरर इन माई हार्ट एट द ओवर पावरिंग फोर्स ऑफ द वेव्स। नरेटर कह रहे हैं, राइटर कह रहे हैं कि आई वॉज फ्राइटेंड, मैं डरा हुआ था। फादर लाफ्ड, और मेरे फादर हंस रहे थे। बट देर वॉज टेरर इन माई हार्ट, लेकिन मेरे दिल में खौफ था, यानी मैं बहुत ज़्यादा डरा हुआ था। एट द ओवर पावरिंग फोर्स ऑफ द वेव्स, कि इतना ज़्यादा फोर्सफुल, ताकतवर, स्ट्रॉन्ग वेव्स था कि उससे मैं बहुत ज़्यादा डरा हुआ था। एंड माई हार्ट वॉज टेरर स्ट्रिकन, भय से ग्रसित था, मुझे बहुत डर लग रहा था, खौफ था मुझे। My introduction to the YMCA swimming pool revived unpleasant memories and stilled childish fears. Revive means restored or brought again to life. So the writer says that his introduction to the YMCA swimming pool, it means when he went to the YMCA swimming pool, then it revived the unpleasant memories that he had associated with his sea holiday, his California sea beach, when his father took him to the sea beach in California. Because what happened when he was 3 or 4 years old, when his father took him to a beach in California, and when they were standing in the surf, that is waves, huge waves came and knocked him down, and he was buried in the water. He was suffocating. He felt as if his breath had gone, and he was very much afraid. He was terror stricken. So when he went to the YMCA swimming pool now, then it revived the unpleasant memories and stirred, it means agitated or aroused, childish fears. But in a little while, लेकिन थोड़ी ही देर में, while I gathered confidence, when he gathered confidence, कि जब नरेटर कह रहे हैं, राइटर कह रहे हैं कि जब उन्होंने साहस बटोरा, हिम्मत बटोरा, कॉन्फिडेंस बटोरा, he got confidence, I paddled with my new water wings, and with the help of his new water wings, that is inflated wings, he paddled. Paddle means he stepped or walked on or over water with his new water wings, watching the other boys and trying to learn by aping them. Aping means imitating, nakal karna. And by watching the other boys and by trying to learn to swim, by imitating them, he tried to learn to swim. यानी दूसरे बच्चों को देखते हुए, जैसे जैसे दूसरे बच्चे कर रहे थे, वैसे वैसे नरेटर और राइटर विलियम डगलस भी कोशिश करना चाह रहे थे, वैसे ही करके स्विमिंग सीखने का। आई डिड दिस 2 or 3 times ऑन डिफरेंट डेज, और उन्होंने कहा कि उन्होंने ऐसा किया, 2-3 बार वो करते थे अलग अलग दिन। एंड वॉज जस्ट बिगिनिंग टू फील एट ईज, और जैसे ही he was beginning, it means starting to feel at ease, means to feel comfortable, to be free from any anxiety, और जैसे ही अब थोड़ा वह सहज फील करने लगे थे पानी में, in the water, when ठीक उसी समय the misadventure, it means an undesirable event happened. तो undesirable event like accident took place, यानी दुर्घटना। I went to the pool when no one else was there. the writer says that he went to the pool. He went to the swimming pool when no one else was there. वो उस समय स्विमिंग पूल में गया जब जिस समय वहाँ कोई नहीं था. The place was quiet. वो जगह शांत था. The water was still and there was no motion in the water. It means it was motionless. And the tile bottom was as white and clean as a bathtub. And the tile bottom of the swimming pool was very clean, so it was as white and clean as a bathtub. I was timid about going in alone. Timid means hesitation. So the writer was timid about going in alone. So the writer was hesitating to go alone inside the swimming pool. So I sat on the side of the pool to wait for this, and since he was timid, he was hesitating to go about in the swimming pool alone, so he sat on the side of the pool and he was waiting for others to come. I had not been there long when in came a big bruiser of a boy. Bruiser means a tall, strong and heavy built boy or man. So I had not been there long when it came a big bruiser of a boy, probably 18 years old. And the writer says that very soon when he was there, very soon what happened? A big bruiser of a boy, possibly 18 years old, come. He had thick hair on his chest. Here thick means घना. He had उसके घने बाल थे सीने पर. He was a beautiful physical specimen. Specimen means sample, नमूना जिसको कहते हैं. So he was a very beautiful physical specimen with legs and arms that showed rippling muscles, and his muscles were rippling, that is, forming a series of regular curves that showed rippling muscles. He yelled, he shouted, "Hi skinny, hi patlu, how do you like to be ducked?" Ducked means thrown, कि कैसा रहेगा तुमको अगर फेंक दिया जाए इस पानी में, इस पूल में. ठीक है. With that he picked me up. ये कहने के साथ ही वो मुझे उठा लिया and tossed me into the deep end. Toss means he threw me into air. उछाल के वो फेंक दिया into the deep end of the swimming pool. I laughed. I landed in a sitting position, and he landed in the water in a sitting position since he had been picked up by the big bruiser in a sitting position and thrown. Swallowed water, and he swallowed water and went at once to the bottom. And at once means suddenly, and suddenly he went to the bottom of the swimming pool. I was frightened. Narrator कह रहा, राइटर कह रहे हैं कि मैं डर गया था, but not yet frightened out of my wits. Wits means intelligence. The narrator says, although he was frightened, but he didn't lose his wits. It means he didn't lose his sense. On the way down and on the way he was coming down, it means toward the bottom of the swimming pool, I planned. The narrator or writer planned.